in the pond. The leaves are falling fast now as the temperature and light levels drop. The water of the pond is starting to cool dramatically, and to survive it, the pond and the creatures in and around it are pretty close to completely dormant. This is where the preparations you have made for wildlife in the garden really come into their own. All summer long, the creatures of the pond and the garden have been happily living their lives, feeding and breeding, but now the edges of the garden become their refuge from the cold, and the messier you have left them, the better. It is not only amphibians and mammals that make use of these nooks and crannies. Pond skaters and other aquatic invertebrates overwinter and will often cluster themselves into a nook in a woodpile. Leaf piles, compost heaps, and upturned broken pots all have their parts to play. And if you have not put any into place, it isn't too late to knock some together now. A great number of creatures also see out the winter in the muddy bottom of the pond, popping up to the surface every now and then to take a breath of air, and then sinking back into the depths. The frogs that have hunkered down at the bottom will move around on sunny and warm days. Look out for one swimming across the bottom when the weather is mild, or popping up to the surface for a breath of air. Foxes, which do not hibernate, make use of the pond now, making nighttime visits to its edges to take a drink. And you may notice their footprints in the morning in the mud surrounding the pond. You may also see the footprints of blackbirds around the pond edges, where they will pick through the mud and plants, searching for grubs and insects.